Jared Couture here, and in today's guitar lesson I'm going to show you something really cool that you can incorporate into your guitar solos. So basically we're going to be taking an augmented chord shape. Here's what it sounds like. We're going to be taking the augmented chord shape though and moving it around and using it in our solos over top of the 5 chord, okay? So anytime you're in a minor key and you play the 5 chord as a major chord or a dominant chord, which happens almost in every single minor song, you can use this idea, right? So the cool thing about augmented is this shape, the notes in this chord are equidistant apart. So that means that you can take this exact same chord shape, basically you can move it up 2 whole steps or down 2 whole steps, 1 whole step, 2, and you're going to have the exact same notes in a different order. It becomes an inversion, but you don't have to change any fingers. So if I move it up again 2 more whole steps, 1 whole step, 2, I have the same notes again. And of course if I go down, so it always is the same 3 notes, and that is really cool, okay? So first, let me go ahead and show you the chord shapes that you can use, and then let's experiment with soloing with them, alright? Alright, so I'm going to show you 3 different chord shapes you can use. We're going to be rooting from 3 different sets of strings. So first, we'll just do the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings, right? Now, if we do that, the chord shape looks like this. So I want you to play your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Now the 3rd finger will go right behind that on the 5th fret as well of the 2nd string. And the 1st finger will be on the 4th fret of the 1st string. So the notes are C, E, and G sharp. Now the cool thing is, like I said before, just this chord shape, we move it up or down 2 whole steps, 1, 2, and it's the exact same notes in a different order, right? So again, 1 whole step, 2 whole step, and we have the same thing. So this is the first shape that you need to memorize, and this is an E augmented chord, alright? If we start on the note E, there it is in root position, alright? So that's the first shape. You can take this shape, and during your solos, when you hit that 5 chord, you can just move it around. Let's try it. So first I'll play an A minor scale. Here it is. Key of A minor. Now, right? So there's an example of how you use that one. And we could use it all over the place. We could move it, we could keep doing things, but that's the basic way. And that's the chord shape to memorize. So now let's go ahead and learn the next chord shape. So let's do the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. These 3 strings, B, G, and D. Alright, the chord shape for this one, we're going to put our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then we're going to bar with our 1st finger. On the 1st fret, we're going to bar just the G and B string on the 1st fret. Right, you could use these fingers and not bar, but I like to bar. It's up to you. So same idea. This note is, we're starting on E, this is E, G sharp, and B. Move it up 2 whole steps, starting on G sharp, move it up 2 whole steps, starting on C, again. It's the same shape, right? So let's try this one. So that's the 2nd one you need to memorize, and now let's go ahead and learn the last chord shape. So this chord shape is great because it works for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th string, and it works exactly the same for the 4th, 5th, and 6th, okay? So let's start on E here, on the 7th fret for the 5th string, 3rd finger. Now we're going to play 2nd finger on the 4th string on the 6th fret, and then 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Now this chord shape, like I said, is going to work as well on the next set of strings, but this one, down 2 whole steps, starting at C, starting at E, starting at G sharp, C. So this one works the same. Right? Quick example, and like I said, it works exactly the same on the other strings, on the 6th, 5th, and 4th. So let's go ahead and put our third finger on the 12th fret. This note is E, so it's E augmented, right? So same exact shape, right? So it's the exact same idea that it's been the whole time. So now you have your 3 shapes, you know what to do. And anytime you're in a minor key where there's a 5 chord that's major or dominant, you can pull out this trick. So now I'm going to give you a minute to just go ahead and play with this idea, okay? The chords that I have playing here is A minor 7, D minor 7, E7, and that's the one that we play the augmented over, and then A minor 7. So just 1, 4, 5, 1. Very simple stuff, right? So here is the audio. You can go ahead and jam on it and try it out. Alright guys, so that's the idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and take this augmented triad and start jamming on it, alright? Jam on jam tracks, create your own loop, but give it a shot. It's a really cool one that can add some really nice flavor in your solos. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.